Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about the Detroit Lions a little bit this year. I know it's only February, but I'm eager for football to start. I'm waiting for the Lions to head down that field 6 months from now and see how well the new coaches are. Talk about a little bit of new coach Jim Caldwell. We know that he won the Super Bowl with the Indianapolis Colts and with as offensive coordinator with Baltimore Ravens, and I think he's a good deal. I watched all his speeches. He seems like a kind of a preacher man. He's kind of a player's coach, like Wayne Fontes used to be, and Wayne Fontes is probably the best coach that ever coached for the Lions, who seem to make the playoffs every other year. That's kind of weird, since you can say the best coach for the Lions is only like 50% or at 500. But I've seen coaches in the past before, like Bobby Ross, who took the Chargers to the Super Bowl in 1994, but they lost. But then comes to the Lions, and in 2000s and just flops. Another one, Steve Mariucci from the 49ers, would take the 49ers to the playoffs every year. Came to Detroit, nothing. So. I've been a Lions fan since 1976. I can remember Monty Clark coach, but no good coaches come out of Detroit. The bottom line, Wayne Fontes is probably the best. So I'm hoping Coach Caldwell could do a lot better. And he kind of reminds me of Wayne Fontes. More like I said, he treats his players like men, not boys, is where, Jim Schwartz would just yell at the players if they do something bad. And we'll see how it works out. And underneath him, Joe Lombardi, the grandson of Vince Lombardi. Of course, Vince Lombardi died a year before, Joe Lombardi was born, or year after he was born. He did Drew Brees. Drew Brees and the Saints. Excellent quarterback coach. Like I said, Drew Brees was cut from the Chargers, and then he went to the Saints, and Lombardi coached him very well. I mean, he took what talents he had and played him to the extent, and there you go. So he won the Super Bowl. But for the Lions, he'll be the offensive coordinator now, so he won't be a quarterback coach. But I think, he'll teach Matt Stafford a lot of things and get him to his highest potential. And I know he's got a strong arm, probably the strongest arm in the NFL. But if you don't know how to use it correctly, you end up overthrowing wide receivers, as we've seen in the last 3-4 years with Matt Stafford. So I think the high point with Lombardi, I think he's definitely a wise choice with that. One of my favorite picks. I would have definitely chosen him as well. Next, we'll go to the defensive coordinator. We got Terrell Austin from Baltimore. He's with Caldwell in Baltimore. Knows him well. He's also coached with the Cardinals and Seahawks. Not a bad play. I think we could have been better, but we'll see how that pans out. I think the defense for Detroit did fairly well on the line, and the linebackers, they got worried about safeties and cornerbacks now. We'll see how that plays. Like I said, he coached with him, so he's probably a good friend, and he just brought him along with him. So next we got Bill Sheridan from Tampa Bay. He's a defensive coordinator for Tampa Bay. He's now the linebacker coach for Detroit. He's a good pick too. He's originally from Detroit. He taught at Ohio State, coached at Ohio State. Like I said, he's a hometown boy. He knows William Clay Ford loves hometown boys. Anybody from Detroit or in the area, he likes that. He feels the richness of being in the area and knowing the area well and being part of the team. So I get that. I understand that. Like I said, he did the defensive coordinator here in Tampa, where I currently reside, and the defensive on Tampa is great. So I think this is a great pick for them, and an excellent choice as well. Next is Ron Prince. Now this is where it gets a little iffy for me. Ron Prince will be the new tight end coach and the assistant head coach. He was with Caldwell in Indianapolis in 2010. He coached Jacksonville in 2012. He's an offensive line coach, and now he's going to be the tight end coach, which he's never been a tight end coach before. And he's going to be the assistant coach. So, he coached at Rutgers last year. I don't follow college too much, but it's kind of iffy. It's kind of up in the air. I know he's another friend of Caldwell, so he just brought him on board. So I don't expect, I know Joseph Foray, a great tight end for Detroit. Like I say, caught 7 or 8 touchdown passes last year. He does those wacky dances. So he's going to teach Fourier how to, block a little bit better and be a better tight end coach. And he's also going to be the assistant coach. So I'm hoping that pans out. Like I said, we got a great lineup. Ron Prince, a little iffy for me, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. The coaches that didn't get fired was Jeremiah Washburn was the offensive line coach. And like I said, we were one of the least sacked teams in the NFL last year, so he got to stay. And the defensive line coach, Kris Kocurek, as I pronounce it. Like I said, we had great sacks. We had a great defensive line, so he got to keep his job as well. In recent news, Nate Burleson and Delmas got released from the team. Nate Burleson, as you know, tried to save a pizza and crashed his car and broke his arm right in the height of the season last year. And he tried to come back with the cast and didn't do so well. That was just, some of these players, I don't know what they think. They're making millions of dollars and you're worried about saving a $5 pizza? Come on. But Delmas, he's still in talks, but he might re-sign with the Lions with a lower salary. Releasing the two, the Lions save $11 million on the salary cap and venture out and try to get some better players. I like Delmas. He did play all 16 games last season, but he's not 100%. The 2 years prior to that, he was in and out of games. And the injuries. Same with Nate Burleson. He had the arm last year before that, there was the knee. But I like them both. But it's a call that the Lions going to make. Delmas is going to explore other options here, and if he can't find anything else better, he might take that reduced salary and come back to Detroit. Won't know yet. So people keep asking me what's my prediction for the Lions next year. It's kind of hard to say. Like I said, they got a new coaching staff, and how well things are going to act will be upon the new coach. I'm kind of skeptic because I know great coaches have come into Detroit and hadn't done so well, but that remains to be seen. You never know. This might be the next Bill Belichick era for Detroit. Who knows? I'm not saying Caldwell's going to be as good as Bill Belichick, but you never know what's going to happen. It's the NFL, and how well he plays. I know he got released with the Indianapolis Colts as a head coach because Peyton Manning went down, and when you build a team around Peyton Manning, and then he goes out for a season, of course you're going to do horrible. So I'm not holding that against him. So we'll remain to be seen how well the Lions are going to do. I will give you latest updates as much as I can, and check back within the off season, waiting for the draft to come in a few months. And just stay tuned. Keep tuned to my channel. Like I said, I bring Lions, other cool things you might want to check out. Just check me out. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe and like if you like. And I will see you later. Peace.